No, considering that it's so sunny outside, it's still pretty dark in here, which is odd. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. I am excited today because I'm actually gonna go through my entire owned digital TBR with you. Now this is very much inspired by a video that I was watching from Elizabeth at Reading Riley. I absolutely love her videos, you all know that. And she recently did a video where she went through all of her audiobooks that she has owned. I'm gonna leave that linked in the video description below. I encourage you to check it out. But in this video, I'm going to talk to you about all of the audiobooks and all of the ebooks that I own that are on my TBR, because of course you've seen my physical TBR. I haven't gone through that with you in depth, so if you want that, let me know. But let me talk to you about my digital TBR. In case you've never seen one of these videos, if I sat here and went through the description for every single one of these books, this video would be like 2 hours long. Like, it would actually be ridiculous. So instead, I'm just going to tell you the name of it. If it's a book that I'm particularly excited about, I might give you a summary, but do not expect summaries. And if you want to make this video interactive, there is no pressure on you at all to do that. I would love if in the comments you can tell me if there's a particular book that you want me to prioritize. And if I get enough of those comments, I can do a video later on of subscribers pick my TBR. And you can see my opinions and my thoughts and my full reading experience reading those books. You can even let me know in the comment of your book recommendation if you want that to be a spoiler video or a spoiler free video. But let me jump in and talk to you about all of the books on my digital TBR. I think it would be something close to like 70 or 80 books. It is a lot. I'm going to be looking down at my laptop because I record on my phone, so I can't look through my phone to actually show you. Instead, we'll be looking at my laptop. And I'm gonna start with the books that I purchased the most recently. Amazon was having like a $1.99 book sale for a lot of their really popular books, so that's where I picked these up. The first book that I picked up is A Girl Like Her, A Small Town Romance by Talia Hibbert. Then I have The Three Dahlias.
An absolute
I've got to leave that in the video because I'm just like reading the title, and the title has a quote from someone who read the book in it. This is just The Three Dahlias by Katie Watson. I believe it's like a mystery of three women who play the same characters in movies and them coming together to solve something. Then we have I Kiss a Girl by Jeanette Alexander, How to Find a Princess by Alyssa Cole, Ordinary Monsters by J.M. Miro, Funny You Should Ask by Alyssa Sussman. I'm nervous about this one because I know that Gabby DNF'd it. So if you have read this and you enjoyed it, please do let me know. Bangs, Volume 1 by Billy Balabali. I apologize if I mispronounced that. This is definitely heavily influenced by Mina. It is a vampire manga. Mickey 7 by Edward Ashton, which I believe is like a sci-fi story. To Covet a Countess by Sapna Bog. This was inspired by Jess from Peace Love Books. Never Seduce a Scot by Maya Banks, very influenced by Riley. Stalked by the Kraken by Lillian Lark, a monster romance, in case that's not obvious. Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. House of Hunger by Alexis Henderson, and I believe this is also a vampire book about a girl who goes to work for a family to be a blood maid. I believe it's also sapphic, if I'm remembering that correctly. Big Chicas Don't Cry by Annette Chavez Macias. Kill River by Cameron Robick. I apologize, I mispronounced that. This one sounds like it's really fun. It's a story of a bunch of teenagers who go to an abandoned water park, and of course shit goes wrong. Very much giving me the things that I loved in Goosebumps, so I would be excited to read this book in case you want to be nice to me. My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey, and Under One Roof by Allie Hazelwood. Let's Talk About Love by Claire Kahn. This Way Out by Tufail Ahmed. Again, apologies, I mispronounced that. The Roommate Risk by Talia Hibbert. And then we're coming to our final books. Hearts on Hold by Cherish Reed. This just says a librarian romance. I purchased these books now a long time ago, so I'm not gonna remember everything about them. And I think I have maybe one more book I haven't read from here. Nope, that's it. That would be all of the books that I own that are on my digital TBR in terms of fiction book. We're gonna talk about nonfiction books. So let's talk about my Audible library. Your girl went wild last year with Audible. Audible, how it works is that you pay every single month for 1 credit. It's about $15 a month or so. So it's pretty pricey, but you pretty much have access to everything, and lots of audiobooks can be Audible exclusive audiobooks. So if you want to listen to them, you're only ever going to find them on Audible. I did recently cancel it, but then they gave me 50% off for 3 months. And I was like, okay, I'll cancel it after 3 months. But I didn't spend that much because I always pretty much aim to buy audiobooks with my credits when there was a 2-for-1 credit sale, which is how they would get double the books. And then Audible also often has like members exclusive sales where you can get audiobooks for like $3 or $4 or $5 up to $7, and that's also how I was able to acquire a lot of these books. I did not spend a lot on this. I always aim to double up, but let me talk to you about the books that are on my digital TBR in terms of audiobooks with Audible. First, we have Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. I am in the process of reading this because I read Ninth House for a book club. Surprise, bitch, I'm actually sticking to my February TBR, and no one is more shocked than me. I can't tell you too much about Hellbent. It's just a sequel to Ninth House, and I'm loving it. If you know me and you know the kind of romance that I read, you know exactly why I'm loving this book. Then I have How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. This is the newest Grady Hendrix that just came out last month, following 2 siblings who have inherited a haunted ass house from their parents that they are desperate to sell because they are broke from the effects of the pandemic. Then we have Legend Born by Tracy Dion. This is not a book that I was ever fully intending to read, but I was influenced because I was on reading sprints with Patreon like book club members, and everyone was like, oh, if you're looking for a really great audiobook is Legend Born. Like, I only ever listen to the audiobook for this. The southern accents are amazing. So I'm excited to potentially read this book. Up to you when I read it. The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. I'm most of the way done with this, but this is about a woman who is the bodyguard for a very famous actor, and it's their love story. Confessions by Kanai Minato. I know I'm mispronouncing that, so I sincerely apologize. I listened to it on the audiobook, but I'm blanking on the pronunciation. For the Wolf by Hannah Witten. Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher. Phoenix Unbound by Grace Draven. I believe it's about a woman who has the ability to like manipulate fire, and every year her town sacrifices a woman to be burned for like, I don't know, protection or some shit. So she essentially makes it so that she is always that woman who's being sacrificed because she can't die from this fire. But no one knows that until someone does know that and uses it to blackmail her. Undead Girl Gang by Lily Anderson. Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. The Traveling Cat Chronicles, which I know will make me cry, by Hiro Arakawa. The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Haro. This is like a generational story about sisters who dabble in witchcraft. That's what I know. Payback's a Witch by Lana Harper. The Roommate by Rosie Dean. Kiki's Delivery Service by Aiko Kodano. Notes on an Execution by Danya Kokafka. The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. I also own the physical copy of that book. Verity by Colleen Hoover. Fantastic Land by Mike Bakoven. The Witch King by H.E. Edgmund. The Good Girls by Claire Eliza Bartlett. Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. Really, this is a mystery about a girl who has a best friend, Monday, who literally disappears off the face of the earth, and people are like,
there's never been a girl named Monday.
So she's trying to solve the mystery of what happened. Redemption by Kenya Wright. I think it's just like a staffy. Wow. A spicy, like, mafia story. I think this is what it is. Jade City by Fonda Lee. A Quiet Life in the Country by T.E. Kinsey. The Sinister Mystery of the Mesmerizing Girl by Theodora Goss. The Guncle by Stephen Rowley. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. And Taste of Eden by John Steinbeck. Please don't pick that book. That's going to be a hard one to get through. Those are all of the books that I have on my digital TBR in terms of physical books, both audiobooks and ebooks. If you want me to do a Kindle Unlimited, like TBR / what I'm reading on Kindle Unlimited, let me know. I'd be happy to do that for you. But as always, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it. I'm off to the bookstore now because it is a beautiful day. Subscribe if you would like to. Make sure to let me know if there's any books that you want me to prioritize or do a spoiler-filled reading vlog on. And I shall see you in my next video. Bye!